Alright, welcome back. Now, it's been more than a month since Cold Edge was released. Cold Edge is basically just a small portion of the entire Drawnlands. Was kind of I look at it as a wormhole precursor, basically a test for actual wormholes. And so far, from what I'm seeing, the test was quite successful. Now, this is the site where you can find the updates for the upcoming new, I would say, versions of the game. And recently I decided to check it out, and this is something that I found. New Starfield open, new dynamic nanocore, please check for information on Uden's future plans. The passage of time is difficult to detect in universe, but the changes in Uden will be recorded one by one with the participation of the pilots, whether it is in the lining of high security aircraft carriers, mountain class, and super aircraft carriers. Now this is translated, so the translation might be a bit off. So yeah, might be some weird. There might be some weird words that don't make sense, but I'll try to make the best of it. So super aircraft carriers, or the new attempt of intelligent nanocore and the two-dimensional dynamic nanocore, or the opening of the new eighth area, Cobalt Edge Frontier. Our goal has always been to provide pilots with to add new colors to your journey in New Eden. Tried again and again, introduced new ones again and again. Our pace never stops. In the future, we will continue to bring more exciting game content and activities. Today, we will talk to the pilots about the next update plan for New Eden in 2023, including the second release. Opening of the new 8 districts, of the new 8 regions, the launch of a new dynamic nanocore, and more content that everyone is looking forward to. Let's imagine what we're doing in New Eden together. A colorful journey of exploration in the galaxy. Now, the thing that I want to point out here, new region, basically. That means more of the Drawnlands will be open. The deep starry sky is intoxicating, and exploring the stars is even more fascinating. The opening of the Cold Edge Blue Frontier allows us to see the pilot's expectations and yearning for the new starfield. In the next update version, we will plan to open the second starfield in the new 8 area, Kalevala Broads, which has a different environment and gameplay from the Cold Edge Frontier. Let me tell you in advance that in Kalevala, the needle tentative name will be a very important prop. We will design the needle around the overall gameplay of the new Starfield. Now, I'm not really sure what they're talking about the needle, but okay, probably has something to do with the region. For example, you can use different needles to. Oh, I see. Needles in terms of these things that you need to think open, very similar to the EVE Online thing that you have to use in order to open those Triglavian sites where you can run them. I think that's what they're referring to in this text here, because the term needle does kind of remind me on something from EVE Online. I kind of forgot what it exactly, but I think it's basically the thing you need to open those Triglavian gates, or not gates, but the thing that you have to use in order to open that space where you can go and fight Triglavians. Not really abyssal space. That's what I'm trying to say here. I really should go sleep very soon. I've been up for 48 hours, so I might make some mistakes here, so my apologies for that in advance. So, for example, you can use different needles to enter different areas in Kalevala Broads. The enemy ships in these areas have different maximum tonnage. In addition to the destroyer camp, there are also more challenging battles. Defeating these enemies can obtain rewards corresponding to the difficulty. Pilots need to use different ships to customize their own fighting style and use the needle to leave the starfield after obtaining the loot. The design and production of content related to Kalevala Broadland is currently nearing completion, and it's expected to be available to everyone in October-November this year. This really does sound very close to abyssal space, to be honest. That's what it gives me the feeling for. And I'll log in later just to show you the thing here. As the saying goes, if a worker wants to do his job well, he must first sharpen his tools while launching the new content. We also Always pay attention to the balance between various content in this and new quarterly balance adjustment will be launched in the next version. So a balance patch is also coming up. Okay. In this balance adjustment, the integration department continues to optimize and adjust various gameplay and content in the game in response to the issues raised by palettes and the existing game experience, and launches more distinctive equipment modification and special components to enrich gameplay strategies, provide everyone with a better gaming experience. The balance of game content has always been our focus. We will understand and follow up on the question and feedback that pilots usually raise about the gameplay and experience in a timely manner. We welcome more pilots to put forward their suggestions and opinions to jointly create a better gaming experience environment. The brilliance twinkles and shines in the in the Sea of Stars, and the wave of New Eden Carnival is about to hit again in the upcoming Star event in November. We will continue to throw out new styles of dynamic Nanocores, and there will also be a new background music online to accompany you on the journey to New Eden. Another anime Nanocore, that's lovely. that would be funny. As one of the contents that pilots must pay attention to throughout the year from the first anime Nanocore. Okay, these are the anime Nanocores that have been added to the game in a couple months ago. In this year's Rhythm of the Stars, every during a Star fair event, we have been coming up with more possible ideas for dynamic Nanocores and trying them out. Neon Rain, first Neon Rain, I believe. This illusionary ghost. This is what was it called again? Cyber X Nanocore. This is the latest Weeb Nanocore, my favorite. Well, a lot of players' favorite. After the two-dimensional style is integrated and presented in the EV mobile universe, what surprises are waiting for everyone? Pilots can make a bold guess at the same time, I have a bad feeling about this. At the same time, we hope to hear more pilots' thoughts on the dynamic Nanocore. Everyone is welcome to express your voice throughout comments and other means of communication. Crossing the Sea of Stars and heading towards love, New Eden becomes more exciting because of the love of pilots, and we will not let down this love. In addition to the above activities, in the near future we also plan to launch new content and benefits such as Legion technology upgrades, new buildings, new skills, new ships, and the double day event at the end of the year. In order to give back to the pilots who have accompanied New Eden all the way, additional preparation have begun for the opening on the third starfield. On the third starfield in the new 8th district. The chapter of Ember's Revelation is not over yet, and the exploration of the EVE universe continues. We look forward to working with the pilots to continue creating new stories in New Eden. One more reminder. Okay, it's yeah, I don't know, no need to read that, I guess. So, exciting. Now, in the last paragraph here, they said Legion technology upgrades, new buildings, new skills, new ships, and double day. I don't know what the double day event is. Honestly, I have no idea. But new ships, new skills, and new buildings means new structures. So this looks like it's going to be a pretty wild event. No, I mean event. They will release more of the drone lands. And speaking of the drone lands, let me just log in real quick and let me take a look at that new region that is in the game here. That will be in the game. Okay, let's take a look at that new region. Since it is on the map, you can actually see it. So this is Cobalt Edge. This whole thing here. There we go. This is Cobalt Edge. All the highlighted systems are basically Cobalt Edge. Now the Kalevala Expanse, it's this little point of space right here. And as you can see, it has quite a decent amount of systems, and you can technically click and look at the solar system. Has basically, no stations so far. It is interesting because I actually did manage to see some Jovian stations in Jovian space when you go there. So there are. Perhaps I should go on a test server and just explore that. Could be funny because I can actually get there. But this is the new Kalevala Expanse that will be added in October to November. So definitely huge updates coming up ahead. That's for sure. Cobalt Edge technically is already inhabited. I think there is a sovereignty system there. Let me just click sovereignty info. There should be someone out there, I believe. There we go. There is someone up there. It is the guys who tried to kill my revelation are now living there, and they have this little system, HB 5L3. That's where they're at. And you can take a look. It's a pretty big system. Kind of interesting. Okay, back to the Kalevala Expanse. I might butcher the name. My apologies. Again, I haven't been sleeping and also half asleep. This is the Kalevala Expanse. It will probably have a very similar system, very similar design as Cobalt Edge, although they said it's going to be a bit different to what I've seen. This literally looks like open world abyssal space. That's the feeling that I got from what they said. So could be something like abyssal space, could be like Cobalt Edge. That's about to. We will see how that goes. Since they said there's going to be ship tonnage requirements, so means that you might not be able to go into these systems with any ship that you want. Basically, you will have to have different ships for maybe different systems, maybe different needles, as they like to call them. Now this caught my attention here. These two systems kind of. Wait a second. What happened to my? Oh, never mind. I think these systems might have a limited. Maybe the gates connecting the systems have tonnage requirements, or maybe the wormhole that is required to get there will only be a small wormhole. I mean, they already have wormholes added, and I actually expected the whole thing to be added in this in the next major update. Cobalt Edge was just the first one, and then I expect them to just eat out everything else. So maybe one by one, maybe the Kalevala Expanse just one of more. Maybe they'll just add one region per update from this moment. Now, can you sign on towards the Kalevala Expanse? Well, probably not. I mean, it's just way too much. The distance is just way too great. So probably we'll have wormholes. We'll have the so-called needles that you'll have to probably buy and open in space in order to create the. I mean, it's interesting. It sounds interesting. I'll say this. It does sound interesting, and I'm definitely, if it ends up what I'm thinking it will be, then I'm definitely going to be checking those little regions out. It does seem a bit smaller than Cobalt Edge, that's for sure. I mean, Cobalt Edge is quite, I would say, well, not really big, but it is decently sized. Kalevala Expanse seems smaller, at least on the map, although it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different constellations, I guess, while Cobalt Edge has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I guess maybe they're about similar, but yeah, overall, a very surprising thing. Glad I was camping that site, because if I wasn't camping it, I wouldn't be able to see the news here. So with that being said, will be this little update that I want to share with you guys. And if you have any questions down below, feel free to ask. And with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, stay safe, play safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.